The game group that I'm part of, we're taking a little trip this weekend. That's why I am going to be gone on Friday because my friend's getting married. But we're taking board games with us, and I sent them a picture of what games are in the Airbnb because they the Airbnb is owned by a friend of mine. All of this to say, they had a regular Jenga set in the Airbnb, and one of my friends was like, "Oh, Micah, that's cute." They thought it was my regular Jenga set. And they're like, "Oh, Micah, that's cute. I play Jenga with my daughter, who's like 4. And I was like, "Brian, that's not my Jenga set. This is my Jenga set." And I sent him a picture of this, and he was like, "Bro, that's a man's Jenga right there." And then I offered to make him a set for him and his daughter. You guys have more than 6 people on your team?
I don't know. They told me I was here.
What is going on?
Oh,
you left and you didn't have a team.
Wait, no, Mr. Hudson, his card was already.
that team over there.
Well, no, because then I took it out.
Originally,
It was on your team.
We're not on our team. This was our original team.
All right. Amelia may end up having to be everybody's score person because you guys are kind of like way blocking that board. Oh,
You like that team, Dave?
did you turn it in?
No.
Out of I thought you meant out of where the extra. These are all organized and ready to go. What?
I think it's me on my own team.
Whatever. More people is honestly
No,
tough
yeah,
because then you
I did
argue.
my poster yesterday.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Every team is 6 or 7. So I mean, the only thing I would have issue with is Nevin being kind of stuck back there. But every team is. You're gonna be your own team.
I did the poster yesterday sometime.
Yeah.
Hudson, he's an Islander.
All right, let's make this thing happen. I think my hands are broken because I'm pretty sure we're supposed to stop talking. Does anyone remember who was up next?
I'll go next.
No, us, because you're the first one.
Yeah, we only made it through 3 problems.
We're the first team.
But we could do me.
So, do we remember what order we were in? So after your team, who's gonna go? That team with Walter on it, and then the team with Patrick on it. Okay, Ronald, give me a number. 12. That is 161. Hey, so I think I'm gonna make a slight pivot for the week. I don't like leaving guest teachers in a situation where people might end up like bored or whatever. So we might do 10-1-1 tomorrow, so that then on Friday you guys start the masteries. They could just pass a. Get out of here! That's the test. I showed it to you guys yesterday, but yeah, but you weren't here, and I'm guessing you didn't watch the video. So it's alright. It was chaos. We did not do very well yesterday. We only got through 3 problems. So if you show up tomorrow and we're not taking a test, don't be mad at me, right? We might actually do 10-1-1 tomorrow. But what I'm going to ask you is, unless you really want to do the homework at home, leave the homework until Friday. So if you finish the test, then you can work on the homework for 10-1-1.
What if you know you won't finish the test?
I mean, you don't know that you won't finish the test.
Yes, I do. I never finish.
How many cookies will each of them have? How many cookies will each of them have? So nobody really measures things in baker's dozens. So I love not really, especially with
That's my
inflation.
question.
No, nobody really measures anything in baker's dozens. It convolutes. The quick why baker's dozens actually exist is because back in the day with like kings and queens and whatever, if the baker shorted the king or queen or whoever, they could end up, I don't know, in prison. So they would provide an extra one just in case like anything happened or somebody stole one in the process of getting there or whatever. Nobody measures things in baker's dozens. A dozen is 12. A dozen is 12. If you're going to measure in baker's dozens, you then have to divide by 13, but then we shouldn't really use the word dozen. We're talking, so you can either give me quantity of cookies or dozens. I don't care. All right, are we ready? So we can get through more problems than 3 today? So part A was how long, but then part B is how many dozen. And the only way to really solve part B is if you've already figured out part A. So, are we good now? You guys were still, you said yes, then you were still debating. All right, Connor, how long and how many dozens did your team say?
How long? It would be 1.5 hours, and both will have 6 dozen.
1.5 hours and 6 dozen is correct. Come to the front. Well, send somebody to the front. Walter, give me a number. 7?
Wait, outside better. Don't go for it outside.
Yo, we're moving on. Solve for X. Bro. Where's my radio? Oh, they took my radio. I can't radio Mr. Flynn and tell me he said a bad word because they took my radio. Solve for X.
Yes, sir. Good, you're 18. Julia.
Define
You're
gravity.
18.
And I'm betting we're pretty close to ready. I can't keep track of what your team names are. So, Max, either of you, is your team ready? Yeah? Okay. Spencer, what did your team say the value of X is there? How did you figure that out?
He actually had this done before.
Oh, I know. I believe him. Now here's the funny thing. The first thing you said was you added these up and got 81. Then you subtracted that from 180, got this angle, and then you subtracted from 180 and got back to 81. So here's your reminder, because we covered this really quickly in our lesson. The two, what we call remote interior angles, because they're not adjacent. The two remote interiors, their sum is equal to that exterior angle. So if you want to save yourself a couple steps, the sum of these will equal that. Or you can subtract from 180, find the other angle, and then subtract from 180 again. You just kind of go in a circle. Anna? Send somebody up. Do you want me to show it again?
Guys.
There was what?
No, what are you doing?
Hey.
It looks sad.
Hey.
Wow. That scared me.
Okay, so Hold on. This
Max.
Max, let's go.
okay. Because middle school. Sometimes I just have to say because middle school.
Would you like some?
Make sure.
I don't really want those. I do not. I don't. My desk is already chaotic enough.
Hey, guys, get it back.
Would you like
All right, so we're gonna refocus. That was funny. We're gonna refocus. Here's the deal. Quit yelling at the people at the tower for what to do. Hey, you're really loud. It takes something that should be fun and makes it like stressful and anxiety inducing. So quit. If somebody says, sure, I'll go to the tower, they're going to the tower to figure out what block to pull. You don't know which ones are loose or tight or what. Like, you don't know how the tower feels until you're up there.
It was very sad.
It's a person.
So I knew it was sketchy. Also, one of my 8th grade students pulled a couple blocks out earlier, so he made it even harder for you guys. He couldn't resist. He was like, Jenga, and I was like, Jacob, Jenga. So, moving on. Very good work, guys. Nice architecture over there. Patrick,
What did I do?
give me a number.
Oh, I have it. Stop. I put any in my hood.
10. All right, moving on. Let's go. What is the slope? What is the rule? Hey, this is your guys' team's problem now. So, that's what I keep. I think people are like stealing my analog.
I didn't do that.
I don't want to assume it would be a very thing, but what if one of the kids get down and it's one of the what little things that I do just to mess with them? They're like, I'm going to take you on
Just had it.
How do you have to be that tall?
It should though. It should be taller.
It's the Holy Grail block.
Put up, put up.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Stop cussing!
That was even worse than the E word. That was like the bigger, badder E word.
Who said it?
They said this is like the easiest question.
Watch your mouth! Mr. Hudson,
What?
How many times do I have to tell you not to say those bad words?
So, hold up. Are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? Brenda, what'd your team get? What is the rule? By telling me the rule, you're going to tell me the slope.
No, I know it.
I mean, if she did her homework ahead of time. So, Brenda, what did you guys get for the rule?
The rule is y equals 1/2 x. What?
No plus or minus? Why no plus or minus? You're right, but why no plus or minus?
Because there's nothing on the y axis.
I know.
If
It's
hey,
linear.
she said it.
I said it.
So if we draw this line, remember, hey, friends.
When you said why no plus or minus, I was like, what did I do wrong? Everything, Brenda. My life is wrong. Whoa.
Oh, hey, hi. We're doing a thing up here. If you're not interested in what we're doing, y'all can leave, but then you have to call your parents and explain to them why you can't engage in class today. So, either do what we're doing, or go call your parents. So, if we draw this line, the slope that some of us are still having struggles with is rise over run. It's misleading. It is the y over the x. The trap doors, people want to put the x on top. Nope, y goes on top. The y-intercept is 0. So when we write this equation, it is just y equals 1/2 x. If you want to be really thorough, you could say plus 0, but you really don't need to. That feels silly. Brenda.
Also, the slope is 1/2 or 0.5.
Yeah, slope is 1/2, 1/2, 0.5. However we want to say that. Moving on, that was 10. And that was Brenda's team. Jake, give me a number. Send somebody to the tower. Jake, give me a number. 3. Tree.
Yes.
I got you're the one who built the tower, and now you're the first one who has to pull from it.
Emilio, you just drove 9 points. We're ready.
We're ready. We all agree.
Yeah, -12.
All right, moving on. Aiden, what did your team decide?
35 degrees.
35 degrees. Make sure you got a degree symbol. That was number 3. That was that team. Colin, give me a number.
You go.
What? Uno. Solve for X.
I gave you guys points.
Wait, yeah.
I should back.
Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, X was fine. Oh, I did that one too.
Did you take out an outside one or did
Maybe I'm back. I have to borrow Mr. Estes' floor so I mean, I can. I mean, I think we'll make it through all of them at this point. Do you want the last problem? I need to remember how many there are. Who's Colin's team? Are you guys ready? All right, Max K. What did your team get for the value of X? X equals 5, and you could either include a degree on it or not, because as we talked about, this is a binomial that adds up, and then our degree symbol's there. So you could say X is 5 degrees, or you could just say X is 5. Absolutely. Send someone to the tower. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you want a problem now, or do you want the last problem, Gus? Gus, pick a number. 15, Gus says. This is not from your closure. This? Gus isn't in any game. Gus is his own team. Hold up.
No,
Sit down. Nope. Sit down. Nolan, sit down. Jake, sit down. We're not kicking it. We're not doing anything crazy. You guys are pushing it too far. I gotta ring it up.
X equals 5.
with this problem.
Yeah, we are.
You say
that. You say that. But everyone else knows. Anybody not done with this problem?
Gus, what did your team come up with? Hey, in case you're mad at me, Gus is not on a team. He's not part. He's just his own person because he had to leave yesterday. So this was like kind of sort of a joke where like no team really gets the points because Gus is just doing his own thing.
X equals 5, by the way.
X does equal 5. Again, I can't believe it that 2 questions in a row, X is the same value. Hey, Max, calm it down. Anna, give me a number.
Okay, next thing I'll put in.
Hey, whatever your team name is, that team, if you knock the tower over again, we're not playing Jenga again this year. It's like you're taking what we're trying to have like an actual game and you're just messing it up. You're like the kid who's like, I mean, I get it. You guys lost points and then you felt like there's no coming back. It's not a good growth mindset and I don't dig it, so we're not going to keep knocking it over intentionally. We're going to stop doing
What
it.
if it's an accident though?
Nope. Walter. It just got pulled, I think. Yeah. The team Gust. Just Gust. Just Gust. I bet we're done with this already. Yeah? Yeah? Anna's team, yeah? Nolan, what'd you guys get?
We got 3 to the third power, which is also equal to 27 because if you have 2 equal values to a power in a fraction, the denominator is always subtracting from the numerator.
Absolutely. Very good. 8's gone. Nolan or somebody, come to the tower. Remember, middles are 3, outsides are 5. Middles are 3, outsides are 5. Nevin, give me a number.
Trying to find a loose one.
You could just do a middle one if you guys have extra points to
Oh, jeez.
I feel like there's math to do. I was about to say, if you have to poke it hard, the block is not a good idea to pull.
I'm gonna just take that one. Oh, jeez. Stop.
You can hold the tower while you pull it.
There's an error on
Yeah, bye guys, I'm going on.
He's just running right with them. Oh yeah, you needed the 9. Yep. Hey, we discussed this, I believe it was yesterday or the day before, but this 9 is missing from your paper.
Yeah.
So you need to like fill that 9 in. Yeah.
Oh, who's in your score now? I'll be score. Yes.
It's gonna fall. If it falls, I don't want it to be a loud crash. So I'm like,
But it's no.
Because we haven't made any loud noises today.
Yeah, we have not.
I'm trying to prevent loud noises. I'm not gonna be here tomorrow, Friday.
What?
You're not gonna see the news video.
Hi.
I'm going to Disney in Orlando. I'm going to Disney and Universal for my birthday.
Get out here.
Jake.
Jake. You have 60 seconds to figure out the dimensions of this pen. It's to this team, but if they get it wrong, anybody could be getting the points. Could go up to steal.
What'd you get? I looked at it.
You guys know that if it's an accident, it'll be okay. But we do have other review games we could play.
What else do we have? Like,
I'm debating on how to I have a Jeopardy thing. I have all the normal templates teachers would have. I have.
Jeopardy.
But I
Or not
kind of,
Jeopardy, but Battleship. And it's so fun.
I kind of want to morph one of my other games into a review game. Hi. What happened? What? And time. So Amelia. Oh. All right, we're taking her card out for the next couple days. So we got to reshuffle this group. No, never. Jake, what did your team get for the dimensions of the pen? 11 by 20 is correct. Ha! In problem 11, the answer was 11 by 20. All right. Grant, give me a number.
Should I go with the middle one? Yes.
Hey, Jake, stop. You're doing the opposite of don't ask them to yell at you when I said, hey, don't yell. Just make your decision. You came up here. Grant, give me a number. You're not even his team and you're yelling at him. Grant, give me a number. I can't tell if I just can't hear you or what. 5. Cinco. Okay.
Connor, you do realize that we play this. We can't play this anymore.
Hey, what you doing?
Because you guys got middle point. You guys got middle block.
Yeah, we did.
What
What do you have?
Wait, then they don't.
So we need to know what X is, right? Not just the size of the animals. What
You already got
X
it.
is.
Divided by 5 and you got the right answer. It's 31.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes, I can tell it was 6. We don't talk. That's stupid.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, then things went off the rails.
Okay, so
Anything in here are interior. Anything out there are exterior. So there's alternate, meaning different sides, or if it's same side, they could be corresponding if they're in the same location, or we would call these same side exterior, or alternate exterior, or alternate interior, or same side interior, so corresponding. Or the other thing you could say is those are equal, those are supplementary, those are if you can't remember the alternate interior or exterior or whatever, you can also just state the relationship they have mathematically, the relationship of either they're equal or they're supplementary or whatever. Yep, you're good.
At least Jake knows that it's not he doesn't know why he's not supposed to.
Hey, I'm not gonna. Okay. Question. If it's an accident, does that end up
No, that'll be fine. Yes. Thank you. All right, Max Wright. Give me your answer. X equals 25 is correct. So you or somebody else come up to the tower to actually attempt a block.
Oh god. Trying to get rid of
risky. You're a risky one.
Hey, so genuinely, my biggest opposition that I had to what was happening was don't give up. Even if you're down by points, like even if, like, just don't give up, guys. That's not a habit you want to get in. Colin,
We will always be trying to get the lowest points possible.
To make a record.
that's no.
What?
And you were just like making loud noises and making it take longer.
That's like attempting to.
Good work, Max.
Well, the loud noises is what I was doing. It's like, I know.
Lily, give me a number. Give me a number, 2, 4, or 13. Yeah, Lily.
13.
Lucky 13.
We have to graph it.
Determine, this is what you need to do. The C and D up here, this is what I'm asking you to do.
On our actual closure, do we need to do this?
Yes, it's a question. Yeah, like, I'm not going to make you show me a graph right now, but yes, that is what the closure asks you to do. I, for the game, just care about C and D. Because if you did this already, like if you had done it for homework, you should already have the graph and the line and your prediction. You know what I mean? If you already did this. Some people waited, though.
Mr. Hudson, this problem is incorrect because my mom's name is Sarah, and she just spelled the same, and she does not love to order paperback mystery books.
And so
Right?
does
I mean,
my mom.
paperback, they get messed up too easy.
Paperback or statutory.
Hey, so people have been complaining to me that I have gotten away from showing like the OK Go videos or whatever. So if we get done with this game and make it through the other 2 problems, I have one ready to show you guys. But now it's starting to seem less likely because we're all like a little fluttery today. All you need to give me is C and D. Anna, why are you on a computer?
So on the actual closure, we only need to.
No, on the actual closure, you need to graph it. You need to plot your points. And, I mean, your equations might be slightly different, but your predictions should be close to each other. That's okay.
I know you like bad jokes. You want to hear one I just thought of.
Yeah.
Eating pizza while reading a paperback is a sad story.
Although, I don't know, anytime I'm eating pizza, I'm pretty happy.
That is true. Are you next?
You guys get it wrong, so I can do another one.
Yeah, bro.
You want to try to be the line that best describes the data. I will tell you, the equation that we have as like the answer key equation uses all whole numbers. So sometimes also we can say, well, if it could be here, it could be there. Like this one's nicer, right? Like if you're kind of debating.
Is it okay? Nice problem.
Lily's team, how we doing? We almost ready?
Yeah.
No? I see Maddie's head shaking. Well, talk with your team then. I mean, we all need to do. Aren't there 2 more?
Yeah.
I know, so last one.
I mean, guys, if you're done with this one, you should be making sure you got the closure done and ready. And honestly, we should all be able to turn this in when we're done with the game. Because we've made it through the whole thing.
The graphing is slow. The graphing part is slowing us down. Because there's people who have gotten it, and there's people who. I'm still drawing the graph. Yeah.
Okay. You guys keep working on that. No, you guys keep working on that. We'll circle back to you. For the sake of time. What team would be next? Jake's team. Connor, give me a number.
Me?
Yeah.
Ooh. 13 by baseball on there.
No, 13 already happened. That's the one they're solving. So 2 or 4? 2. All right, your team, your final problem is this one, solving for x. And then Max K. Well, never mind. There's no give me a number. Max K, your team is solving this for the final problem. We're going to hit 3 final problems real fast, and then probably watch a music video.
Wait, which one are you doing? No, I did it for you. It's radical 176.
Are you guys ready? Maddie's feeling like, all right, my card hasn't been pulled.
We talked about this as a group. And because I got to give the answer away, but we said like if
Hey, Max. Max, I'm getting real distracted by that, man.
I don't want to give the answer away, but since the answer, like if the answer is one of those symbols, we didn't call it radical because radical belongs to us. We called it gnarly.
Gnarly?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Maddie, what was your team's prediction for 10 books? Yeah, like between 45 and 47. Between 45 and 47, right, depending on where you put your line. Whose problem was number 2? Connor's team. What'd you guys get for the value of X?
We got radical 176.
Yep, square root or radical 176.
Or 13.2.
Or 13.3 if we round.
Or 2 and infinite.
And the max group.
Is it 16 to the 4th? Still! 4 to the 4th.
Can you quit screaming?
Good afternoon, Phoenix. If I could please see Natalie Fletcher and CX Cummings in the office for just a moment. Thank you.
What do we do with powers when we're multiplying? We add them, so this should actually turn into 4 to the 4th. No. The more times you ask will not make it more likely.